So the narcissist has been walking all over your personal space. They've been disrespecting you. They've been opening your emotional house, walking in and out like a convenience store, closing the door when they get ready, open the door when they get ready, and you are emotionally overwhelmed and drained and exhausted, and you're no longer yourself. I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to walk you through a process that's going to help you gain back your self-esteem, gain back your self-confidence, and gain back your emotional self, your emotional healthy self, your emotional well-being and mental well-being. You're going to gain that back. And I know you've been trying to decide, should I cut the narcissist off? Should I leave? Should I stay and be a co-parent? You're really in decision valley and you don't know what you should do. I'm going to tell you what I believe and know from experience and what I've seen to be very effective right now, something you can do right now and implement right away and start learning these skills. And you may even know some of the skills, but these skills have not been maintained. And this is what you're going to do in this season right now before you decide if you should walk away, if you should leave, should you cut them off, should you not cut them off, should I let the narcissist dad see the kids? All these decisions that you have to make. But before you make that decision, you need to set up emotional boundaries. You need to set up emotional boundaries and respect those emotional boundaries that you set up. Because I'm going to tell you, if you respect the emotional boundaries that you set up and you put them in place and you do it correctly, then the narcissist will no longer be able to walk all over your personal space. Emotional boundaries are the invisible lines that define the limits of our emotional engagement with others. Just as physical boundaries protect our personal space and privacy, emotional boundaries safeguard our emotional well-being and mental health. So we're going to talk about it. Why does emotional boundaries matter? Well, the number one reason why it matters is because of respect, self-respect. You having respect for yourself and also having respect for others. When you show the narcissist that you respect yourself, they won't have a choice but to follow that example. Now, I know what you've been saying. I do respect myself. I've showed the narcissist, but he's violent. She's violent. They're walking all over me. They're aggressive. They're throwing a tantrum. I can't stop them from disrespecting me. Well, you're going to have to build up some strong boundaries. We're not talking about weak boundaries. We're not talking about giving in to their gaslighting, their manipulative strategies, their tactics. That's what we have to overcome. That's something that you're going to do right now. There's something that you're going to do in this season and this time. You're watching this video. You're thinking, man, how did this video just pop up? It popped up because you are ready to now set those strong boundaries and respect those boundaries. This is why it's so important, because setting and respecting emotional boundaries is a sign of respect for ourselves and others. See, we're not like the narcissists. The narcissists only think about them, but the boundaries we set up, it benefits ourselves and it benefits others because we're now going to respect them. And when you set these boundaries up, you don't have to make a decision for that narcissist to stay or leave. They're going to leave. Because you're going to set up these boundaries and you're going to respect them and you're going to follow this code, this standard. You are now in a place where you're ready to stand on your core values. You're ready to stand up and speak for what you believe in and not let the narcissist run all over you, not let the narcissist take you fast, not allow the narcissist to make decisions for you. You're now going to be making decisions for yourself out of self-love and self-respect. Self-respect acknowledges that each person's feelings and needs are valid. This self-respect, these boundaries that you're setting up due to the self-respect that you have and the respect that you have for others, it acknowledges each person's feelings, and needs, and that they are valid. See, the narcissist doesn't do this. The narcissist invalidates you. Your boundaries are going to validate you. It's going to protect your emotional well-being and your emotional mental health. Why does emotional boundaries matter? Effective communication. Your boundaries communicate for you. Your boundaries tell that narcissist, this is where the line is drawn. This is where it is drawn. I have boundaries in place. I have standards. I have core values. I have self-esteem. I am worthy. And when they see that, they're not going to be able to play them games on you. Don't let your boundaries down. Don't open up your emotional house for that narcissist to walk in. There's a time that the narcissist is going to see that you truly love yourself and that you don't hate yourself. And they're going to begin to move away from you because they now know they cannot have their way with you because you're now setting up these boundaries, and these boundaries are going to speak for you. And it's going to be clear emotional boundaries. It's going to be very clear. It's not going to be all over the place. 1 minute you in, 1 minute you're out. 1 minute the narcissist cannot come over. Then the next minute you give in. Monday night you don't let them come over. Then Tuesday night you give in and y'all lay in the bed and y'all watch Netflix, and then they ghost you for a week. Then they ghost you for a month. And then when the narcissist call back, you let them crawl back in. No more. These emotional boundaries is going to communicate so clearly for you, and it's going to let the narcissist know. You can't walk in and out of my life when you get ready. You can't walk in and out of my emotional space when you get ready. You can't come in and out of my personal space when you get ready. They'll cut you off and ghost you for a whole month, and then they text you right back out, all in your emotions, talking about they miss you. How you miss me and you cut me off for a month? That narcissist left you to go get some new supply, and now that they need some more supply from you, they're coming back. No more. Why? Because your emotional boundaries is going to speak for you. Now, how do you set up these emotional boundaries? We know why they are important. We know what they can do for you. We know how they can benefit you and how they can benefit other people. Now, how do you set these emotional boundaries up? These emotional boundaries up. Here's how. Identify your feelings. See, the narcissist has abused you so much, you truly don't know how you feel because you feel the pain, you feel the wound, you feel the hurt, you feel them ghosting you and making you feel worthless and less than what you are. But you're going to start recognizing your emotions and what triggered them. What triggered you to feel bad about yourself? What triggers you to want to give up and throw in the towel? What triggers you wanting to give in to the narcissist? Knowing how you feel is the first step in setting boundaries. Knowing how you feel is the first step in setting boundaries. Reflect on your values. Consider your core values and what you are comfortable with in the relationship. Now, just because the narcissist is comfortable doing something in the relationship with you doesn't mean you're comfortable with doing that in the relationship. But they gaslight you, trick you, seduce you into doing things you truly don't want to do, into sexual activity you don't want to be involved in. They may bring a third person into the relationship and try to introduce them into the emotional space. They will triangulate you. They will always bring somebody else into the relationship, always talking about them. They're tricking you. They are having a three-way love affair. You need to set that boundary and make it very clear through your boundaries. There's not going to be a three-way love affair. Communicate very clear. When you're ready to set a boundary, communicate it clearly and assertively. Assert yourself. Be bold, be firm, be clear, be fair, but be honest, be truthful. Don't be afraid, and don't let the narcissist intimidate you any longer. Use I statements to express your feelings. Don't say we. No, let the narcissist know. This is how I feel. This is what I want. This is what I like. Right? Do you understand? Now, this is something different from no contact and protecting yourself. This is you using a strategy to let the narcissist know that they're not going to abuse you when they get ready. This is a different kind of strategy. I'm not saying that the no contact strategy is not effective, because it is. But right now, it's about you right now. It's about you standing up for yourself. This is what this video is all about. It's about you standing up for yourself and and it's going to make the decision for you to walk away from the narcissist, and it's going to help you to keep the no contact into place. What happens is people do no contact, and because their boundaries are weak, they go back to the narcissist, and the no contact is temporary. So if you set these boundaries in place while the narcissist is still trying to trick you, while the narcissist is still trying to abuse you, and you start communicating these boundaries by demonstrating them, by vocalizing them, by speaking them, by showing the narcissist how much love and respect that you have for yourself, and that you're going to stand up and say no. When the narcissist want to come over at 11 o'clock at night, midnight, and be with you sexually, but they hadn't talked to you all day, they did what they wanted to do, you don't let the narcissist come over. Let the narcissist know, no, you're not coming over. And when you do this, it's going to give you the confidence that you need, and you're going to start feeling good about yourself because you told the narcissist no. It's going to feel good when you tell that narcissist no. Now, if you're in a dangerous situation and the narcissists get violent, then you need to call the police. You need to seek professional help, okay? This is something that you can do if the person is not violent, trying to break in your house, trying to destroy you, hurt you. If that's the case, you need to call 911. But this is for people who aren't in a relationship and they're trying to regain themselves. This is something that can be very effective. Be firm and be flexible. Be firm and be flexible. It's essential to be firm in upholding your boundaries, but also be open enough and make adjustments when necessary. Now, this is important because you want to be firm. You don't want to be weak, because if you be weak, the narcissist is not going to believe you. And in return, you're not going to believe yourself. You're not going to believe yourself. And I want you to click like and subscribe. You're going to be glad you did. And I promise you, as you begin to set these boundaries up, you're going to begin to see a difference. Is the narcissist going to resist you? Absolutely. The narcissist is not going to like you start caring about yourself. But that's the point, because you need to show the narcissist that you care about you. Because if you just walk away and go no contact and disappear, that may be the right thing to do if you are in a violent situation. But if you having a narcissistic relationship with someone and they see you defeated, they're going to think that they won and they can come back when they get ready, and you're going to play into it. But when you be bold and firm and assertive and let them know that you're going to set up boundaries, you're going to care about yourself, and that you're going to speak and you're going to vocalize how you feel, you're going to communicate how you feel, you're going to be effective, you're going to maintain your individuality, you're going to be the person that you should be, that narcissist is going to begin to walk away. It's going to make it easier for you to say no and go no contact, and go no contact permanently. After you set up these boundaries, I want you to click like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell me your thoughts, tell me your story, tell me how you feel about setting boundaries, tell me what works and what doesn't work, and I want you to implement these strategies and tell me if they begin to work for you. I'll talk to you next time.
1, 2, 3, 4.